All right, Iowa State, TCU, Big 12, I should say here. We've got TCU in this one, somehow staying undefeated, now laying 10.5 against Iowa State, 47.5 the total in this game. For the first time, well, I shouldn't say for the first time because I've tried to fade TCU, and then I said, well, I'm not going to fade TCU anymore. And I was lucky with TCU money line. Let's be honest. I mean, they needed a drive at the end. They had the fire drill to get the kicking unit on the field in time, and they kicked the game-winning field goal. But now you're laying 10.5 off another massive win as they avoid their first loss of the year. And I'll say this about Iowa State: their offense is not very good, but a lot of games they have been competitive. I mean, their biggest margin of defeat here in Big 12 play was a 14-point loss at home to Oklahoma in a game they actually outgained Oklahoma. Other than that, they lost by 6 at Oklahoma State, 4 against Texas Tech, by 3 at Texas, by 1 against Kansas State, by 3 at Kansas, by 7 against Baylor. I mean, they've been in every game. Essentially, they're not an easy team to lay 10.5 against Iowa State for as bad as their offense is. So, again, you're right. TCU injuries as well. Keep an eye on that. TCU, you got Kendre Miller as well. He had a big workload, and he is day-to-day right now with that injury. I think that's who you're talking about. It's Kendre Miller and as well Darius Davis, who missed the last game, and also Johnston as well, Quentin Johnston, left the game with a right ankle. Darius Davis banged up. Kendre Miller, their all-world running back, banged up. So keep an eye on these injuries on offense for TCU going into this game. But first blush, early in the week look for me is I think wouldn't shock me if Iowa State hangs around a little bit in this game. What do you think here, Conor?
Yeah. Hey, as big as the win is, they could get right back here and be flat as all hell. One thing Iowa State does is play defense, and you mentioned they've been in these games. I didn't love them last week. Texas Tech beat them, which was good. The game stayed under. TCU dealing with those injuries. I wouldn't just go race and be like TCU lay it, and this is going to be some comfortable win. And you get everyone's best effort. Undefeated team. They want to, believe me, they want to beat them. The only thing is, maybe a TCU defense, at times can be leaky because Iowa State their offense isn't any good. That's the trouble here. This team just can't score. So, interesting one. I don't know if I get involved. I might grab the points, but probably one I'm just going to stay off.